All right, 9 essential social media etiquette rules for business. Always keep your target audience in mind. You want to make sure that you're an interesting conversation partner. Who's your target audience? Whether it's age demographics, gender, ethnic makeup, socioeconomic makeup. There's a lot of different things. It could be everybody. Who's your target audience? And if you think back to that Nielsen rating post that I had or slide I had in one of the previous lectures last week, how if you look at each country, specific regions, the kind of images or commercials or advertisements that they prefer. And in North America, we like humor. In Latin America, it's fitness. And in Asian and African countries, in Middle Eastern countries, they tend to like realistic things that connect to real life. So you want to be an interesting conversation partner. Distribute valuable, shareable information from many sources. If you're just retweeting or reposting everything else you're finding, then why would anybody ever follow you or look to you for information? They can just go straight to those sources. Again, we discussed this in one of the first lectures, but you want to make sure that for your business, you have a specific niche that you found, that you focused on, and make sure that you connect to that niche audience, whether it's your coffee or it's fitness or makeup or recipes or travel. It could be anything, but what is it that you can provide that's valuable that nobody else can, or how can you share it in a way that's different? Deliver things at optimal times. We will discuss that soon in other lectures, but what's the best time of the day, week, based on the region that you're in, the social media application that you're using, your demographic audience, all of that stuff comes into play with analytics. When are those people on? And are they using their mobile phones? Are they at the desktop? What should and shouldn't be posted? Always make sure you know that based on who your target audience is. Deliver content discussed in your profile description. I think the really important thing here is, and I think this is something that's important in almost any kind of business communication, is to always think about who your audience is. What is it that they want from you? How are you, going to make that sale? What is it that you can provide to get them to purchase your products? How are you going to get them to continue to be repeat customers? How are you going to continue your audience to hear what you have to say, listen to you, follow you, make your brand valuable? What is your brand or your company or you? What are you providing they're not getting elsewhere? Or how is it that you're providing it that's different? But make sure you always keep your audience in mind. What is it that they need? It's not about what you need. It's about what they need. Do they need to be informed? Do they need to be persuaded? And in what way are you able to do that? Always think before you post. You've got great ideas. Is there value in this? Yes. Does it fit the network's, their company's mission? Is it the best format for the post? Am I posting this at the best time? If all of those things are yes, then you should. If there are some no's, maybe there's a different topic or angle. Maybe there's a different network, social media network, or different channel. Maybe there's a different format that you could post it in instead of a video. Maybe it could be a GIF or an image. Maybe it could be scheduled for another time of the day. Are there visual assets? So all of this stuff it's really important. So, there is real value in understanding social media and really understanding how to market and advertise and connect to your audience. And if you can really get yourself around that, you can find work in this field. You want to avoid automatic messaging. Automatic messaging gets treated as spam. So, those of us who get a message from, Old Navy or Nordstrom's or Groupon or, all those emails that come in, Fabletics or whatever it is that you receive emails from. They come in, you delete them because you receive so many all the time, so you just choose to not read them anymore. Instead, provide it with a high quality shareable content. We've already discussed that. Avoid it in direct interactions with your audience. If you are responding to one of your a tweet or a post, you don't want to give some automatic messaging back. You want it to be an honest, real, authentic response. And you always want to use the @ symbol to mention or highlight your followers. So, hey, @Prof Madunuri, thank you for mentioning us in your tweet on blah, 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 hashtag teachers are awesome. Something like that would be a great way to respond to a post that you may have liked that somebody said something to. All right, you want to always make sure that you respond to comments and respond to them fast. The most effective as a real way to time communication when it's happening right then and there. We live in a time where everything is instantaneous, right away at our fingertips. And, if you're not getting a response right away, then we lose interest, or within the day or within the hours. Have someone monitor social media channels for interactions and engagement. Create an evaluation system. How can you see whether or not something is working or not? You have to figure that out for your organization. When we respond to somebody this fast, are they going to be responding? Are they more likely to click on the link if we provide it to them versus somebody not? When we post these kind of specific images or this kind of content, do we get more feedback? So one big one is not ignoring negative comments. I think this is an area that I think a lot of businesses are beginning to see the value in. If you see a negative comment, it's really important to respond to that and give authentic feedback. If a person really had a negative experience, you want to make sure that you provide them the in-depth response to potentially have them be a repeat customer, to soothe the negative feelings that they may have so they don't continue to spread that negativity like wildfire about your organization or their experience at your restaurant or whatever that is. And you want to address specifically negative feedback in a timely manner. Because remember, something might happen today, and then if you're responding to me 2 weeks later, well, obviously you're responding to me 2 weeks later. So my negative feedback is, it makes sense. You didn't care enough. So you want to have somebody who's there available and ready to go. Don't badmouth your competition. Everybody just take a deep breath and play it nice. These are examples that we have that are Kit Kat versus Oreo. The fight for Laura's affection is on at Oreo. Your move, have a break. And then Oreo, sorry Kit Kat, we couldn't resist. It's cute. It's a cute little response between two competitive chocolate and cookie brands. Maximize the shareability of social messaging. So you want to use different platforms available. Something like Hootsuite is there, where you can take all your different platforms and put them into one larger platform where you can look at all, like your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, everything at once, and sort of get a feed when people are responding to you, and you can respond back. And they all kind of show up as like a vertically in a line. We're going to talk a little bit about hashtags. And the importance of hashtags and the use of hashtags. But you want to tame your hashtags. Don't overuse your hashtags. Make sure your hashtags have meaning. I think a lot of people just put them and you click on it and like you're the only one who wrote that hashtag, because nobody's ever going to know what that means. Hashtags are there to aggregate information. So, Fire 2017, LA Fire 2017. That's where you would see all the different images or information. Hashtag Golden Globe 2018. You're going to have all the different things from the Golden Globe for 2018. But if you put like hashtag, I had the best time. No, I did not have the best time. Just kidding. It was awesome. Nobody's going to know that hashtag because you're the only person. It's not there. It's not being used in the correct way. So as an organization, you want to find out what's a trending hashtag, what hashtags people might search for your specific topic or brand or whatever it is that you're selling. They're used to join a larger conversation, and geotagging or tagging people could be effective in this specific realm. Keep your brand accounts professional and your personal accounts separate. You'll see I'll post a video YouTube with organizations who've inappropriately used their business accounts at the wrong times. Or somebody might have accidentally switched up their professional and personal account. Your personal account is your personal account, but your professional account is your brand. That's who you are, and it's so important today more than ever. What you put online can affect your career, can affect your livelihood. This was an example. I'm going to go ahead and skip that. But actually, no. This was how Kevin Durant had secret accounts that he used to defend himself, and he forgot to switch back. So, all right, don't spam your followers' feeds. Don't follow for numbers. Frantic follow thousands in return for followers. You don't want to have more followers more following than you don't want to be following more than you have followers, especially as an organization or a brand. And there are a lot of ways you can get certified to make sure you're able to be that person to help. There's Google AdWords, Google Analytics. There's all sorts of ways that you can get information in this area. So we will have more ahead, but I hope this was just a little bit about social media etiquette and understanding some rules for business.